Scully, chef owner of Chestnut restaurant, and I'm actually in the restaurant doing this one because it just worked out that way. So this is a Father's Day dinner. We have a limited amount of these to sell, so I'm going to give you guys a demo of our Brasstown beef New York strip steak, 10-ounce steak, which comes with gratin potatoes, which is a particular type of potatoes. Don't worry, you don't have to cook it, it's already done. And then grilled vegetables, demi-glace, and compound butter. So it comes in this handy little bag. I'm going to yank it out of here, and I'm going to lay it all out so that we can see how to do it. But the idea is to get your grill hot. I repeat, hot. Okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to start actually with the vegetables. Okay? And these are Chinese eggplant, zucchini, and yellow squash. Then we're going to season with a little bit of salt and pepper, and every time I do one of these videos I talk about salt and pepper mix, which in this case is 1 cup of kosher salt to a tablespoon or so of white pepper. This here, you'll get this is your herb oil that goes on your squash, etc. And then we've got these cherry tomatoes that are pre-blistered, and I'm going to put them over here on the sheet pan. Set these guys on here. You're going to really have a really clean grill. And you can see I'm not afraid of heat. You shouldn't be either. I'm going to just make sure I get a lot of herbs and stuff on these Chinese eggplant. The reason that we use this kind of eggplant is because it cooks up about the same time as yellow squash and zucchini. So then I'm going to walk you back here and I'm going to show you the steak and the potatoes while those are cooking. So the steaks will come wrapped for you. They're fully trimmed, ready to go. You want to season those too with salt and pepper like so. And the same thing you're going to do with the steaks is what you did with the vegetables. You're just going to set it on here and you want to get really good grill marks. Because, you know, we do eat with our eyes. So I'm going to let that cook for a minute. The nice thing you know is that you can get all this stuff done ahead of time. It'll become obvious in a minute here. So these are the gratin potatoes. And I just take these guys, and this is 2 portions, and I'm going to put them on a different sheet pan. Alright, just to reheat them. Now, a little bit of secret. Chef Brian Crow, who's the executive chef, does not like microwaves. But just between you and me, you can put these in the microwave for 60 seconds and they'll be awesome. But I'm going to back you back this way and I'm going to show you how these go right in the oven. So, these are going to go in the oven for about 10 minutes. Meanwhile, back over here, we've got these nice squashes getting these really nice grill marks on them. And you just want to really let them sit until you get really seriously good grill marks. And I kind of jumped the gun here, but you just be patient with yourself. That's a really pretty grill mark there. And this one too. So we're just going to make sure that we get those nicely marked, and then what we'll do is we'll just finish those in the oven with the steak. Now the steak, you want to cook on one side, and you can see I put it on the grill on the diagonal, and it's important that you let that sit for a minute, and then we're going to turn it 90 degrees, so it'll be on the diagonal this way. We'll get really pretty grill marks, and then we'll flip it over, and I'll show you what to do next. Here we've got the demi-glace, and when you get this, it might be a little bit gelatinous, it might be a little stiff. Let's put that in a real small pan. I'm using a little saute pan. In the directions it says use a small saucepan. And we're just going to put that on the stove and reheat it very, very gently. Not such high heat, just to get it warm again. Okay? So right now, we've got the potatoes in the oven. We got this stuff happening over here, and I'm just going to go over here and see if we got good grill marks on the steak. And we kind of do, so I'm going to flip it 90 degrees. These guys here are probably ready to roll. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab the sheet pan and put my best foot forward. And this is enough veg for 2 guests, for you and your partner. All right, and then hopefully we got good grill marks. Oh yes, we do. On the yellow squash. So this is ready to go in the oven. We'll get that ready to reheat. Meanwhile, the steak's going to finish cooking, and we'll come back in just a minute and finish this up. So once it gets to the right temperature, you want to take your steak off and set it here. You've got this ready to go in the oven, and you've got the potatoes that should be either reheated at this point or getting ready to go into the microwave, which I know breaks all the rules, but there it is. So if we can back up just a teeny bit, I'll be able to show you that you got these two sheet pans. If you wanted to, you could set up your plating right here, and then you want to let it rest for a little bit. And it says so in the directions, let it rest for 3 or 4 minutes. But you're done. All the work is done now. You'll reheat everything gently in the oven while you get your table set and you get your red wine poured and everybody's happy. We're going to take this guy and we're going to put it in the oven. And we're just going to reheat it slightly. You do not have to slice the steak. Okay? If you have good knife skills, go ahead and slice the steak. But you don't have to. Okay? And that's really important to remember. I'm going to show it to you that way. So we got the demi-glace veal. You want to put a little bit of a cool down. And there's a couple of reasons why we have this demi-glace. One, who doesn't like sauce? Two, if you do slice a steak and it bleeds a little bit, this will help you with your cosmetics, so to speak. So you just take that demi-glace and just spread it out just a little bit with a spoon. Nice and hot. Take the steak, sit it out here. We're going to take the potatoes and put them in place. And generally I do potatoes at 10 o'clock. I do the veg somewhere around 2 o'clock, which is what they call the old smiley face plating, which is not very fashionable these days, but it's a good standby if you're not an experienced cook. Put your tomatoes right up in here. So, just like so. You just take that, place it like so, and then just shingle it around, allowing the demi-glace to kind of come out front. Then you take your chive butter, and you just place that right on top, and it doesn't have to melt that much. It'll just kind of get melty on the plate. And that's it. It's as simple as that. It's really a dramatic plate. Every father in the whole world will love this.